Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Welcome to episode 2 of Criminally Underrated Music. That was Mr. Lizard with a song for your t-shirt there. Now these guys are fantastic. I love the sort of almost like the 3-1G kind of sound that they have. The very lightning bolt style rhythms and just really just crazy. I love it, absolutely love it. A band that's completely passed me by, so apologies for that. But I'm going to correct that, and I'm going to start listening to more of these guys as well. It's one of these cases of, you know, heard of the band but never had a chance to listen to them, or it's passed me by, or, you know, it's something we're all guilty of, and it's something that I guess everyone that listening would probably want to check out more music, or else you probably wouldn't be listening to this, I guess. So I just wanted to thank a few people for them. I had a lot of really good positive feedback from the first episode, and thanks very much for that. That was absolutely fantastic. And I want to give a shout out to Yeah Go On Then, who are a new Brighton promoter, and I'll put the link in the description for them, so please go and check out what they're doing, the gigs that they're putting up and stuff, because I'm quite excited about it, because they seem to be interested in really good music and putting on some great bands, some really interesting mixes of bands there as well. I've seen in you know, some of the stuff I'm playing today is off one of their wish lists of bands that they love, so that obviously Mr. Lizard was on there, which I'm really glad to be listening to now. So I'm going to go on to the next song, and this is from a band from Leeds called Cowtown. I've just heard of this, like, you know, in the last 24 hours. So I was checking out their stuff, and I clicked on an album called Paranormal Romance, and I saw they had a song on there called Castle Grayscale, which for a 30-something-year-old man like myself has many attractive qualities to it, you know, being a massive He-Man fan. So yeah, check this out, Castle Grayscale. These guys are just fucking awesome.
Unapologetic design.
Cowtown there with Castle Grayscale from the album Paranormal Romance. Go check that out. It's just fantastic. £7 on Bandcamp, you know. Deal, mate. It's a deal. Go and do it. Definitely go and do it. Okay, a little bit now about a fantastic promoter in Brighton. A promoter that does a lot for the scene and the underground scene here in Brighton, and a bunch of guys that really put some fantastic and amazing bands on. I'm talking about Dinner and a Show. Now, there's not much dinner involved in Dinner and a Show. However, there is a lot of show involved in Dinner and a Show. So this is well worth checking out, or DAS as it's as the abbreviates to, which is pretty cool. Now, they're putting on a show on the 24th, and that's at Brighton Electric, and that's the 24th of February 2017. And they are putting on some cracking bands from France, including someone called, I think, is it Mr. Martial? Today this podcast is going to be full of names that I cannot pronounce because I'm an absolute idiot, so apologies for that. But this Mr. Marcel or Martial, I don't know, hopefully I'm saying at least hopefully one of them's right, maybe none of them's right. So here's the description of this guy's music. Infamous, beer, smelly, raw and heavy hardcore punk one-man band playing cello and a set of 2 kick drums. Now, if that doesn't get you interested, I don't think anything will, which is just fantastic. I had a little listen. I couldn't actually find anything on Bandcamp to play for you guys, but there's a little bit of a sort of preview on the event. And there's a YouTube video there as well, so go and check that out. That'd be fantastic. Now the next song that I'm going to put on is from that very same gig that's coming on the 24th. There's a Brighton band called His and Hers that probably a lot of people will be familiar with that are from the Brighton area. These guys are a really cracking hard math band that I really like. So check it out. This is Tell Your Brain to Look the Other Way.
Remember when I said use this path again? I was like 15, for blood is my word. A strike again is my intentions. I guess you know that this way. Remember when I said use this fight for good? I was like 15, for sharp as my way to serve me out. It's not cool, it's like a fly to us. We drink blanks and dark back at our time. We'll say you won't make this our mind. We don't for matches, not at all. We don't for matches, not until. We don't for matches, not at all. It's like a fly to us until we're burning fuel. Like left to light is way too shallow. Fix it would happen instead of distracting.
Tell Your Brain to Look the Other Way off the album, or EP I should say, sorry, Sasspool by His and Hers. Really, really cracking song. That it reminds me a lot of ways of like the old school Blood Brothers, and just really, really cool and wicked good energy, and just really hits hard. It's well produced. What else can you say? But it's good. There's a lot of sort of hard punk in there as well, and really, really great stuff as far as I'm concerned. So so that's part of that show. I'm going to play yet another one from that show, right? Then this is continuing on the theme of not being able to pronounce stuff, so apologies again. I think this is Noyades. Not Noyades. Oh, I'm so sorry, but the link's in the description. This is a track off their album on Bandcamp, and I'm just, because I'm interested in this show, that I checked them out, and this is cracking stuff as well. This is it translates to Replica, I think. That was Replica by Noyades. Hopefully I'm saying that right. That's on a record called Go Fast. Absolutely awesome artwork on this as well, which is really, really good. And interestingly enough, they're from Lyon in France, so if any of you guys know about anything about Leon, is they seem to have some great music coming out of there. Most notably from myself, Love Sex Machine, which I'll probably play on a later show, because I love all that stuff as well. Yeah, so I mean, I guess what the message is today is check out this Dinner and a Show lot, you know what I mean, because they're doing some good stuff, and Broker's also playing on that show as well. So yeah, check it out, because it's going to be a good night, and I'm sure that you're not going to want to miss it. You know, if you value good music and you want to check out some good stuff, then please have a look, go to the event. You know, you don't have to accept the invite on Facebook and all that, because I know it's not very effective, is it, anymore? You know, I mean, how many invites do you get a day and stuff like that? So it's hard to really hone in on the stuff you really want to go to. But I think this is something that you really want to go to, that I would definitely promote. Excellent. Okay, so moving swiftly on. Now I want to come back to the sort of Mr. Lizard sort of connection here, and play a band that I really love, called Human Leather. Now, Human Leather are a two-piece band, bass and drums, and they are just absolutely hard-hitting, just crazy as fuck punk. You know, that's which is really great. So, you know, I love these guys, and they're fantastic live, and you know, all the other bands that these guys are in as well are just fantastic. You know, so yeah, check it out. So this is Human Leather with Intergalactic, Opulence, Indifference. Opulence, Indifference, off of Getting to Spend Time in the Canoe by Human Leather. I love the name of that EP title. I think it's just great, from the artwork as well. I love the whole vibe of this thing. It's really good. They've got really cool song titles like Blue Bastards Dressed in Red, Imagine Being the Worst Person in the World. Just stuff like that really appeals to me, you know. Just I like bands that have got a bit of a sense of humour in their song titles, you know, especially when it's really hard music like that as well, which is really cool. So yeah, I mean, if you can get a chance to check Human Leather out, please do. I mean, this EP is up on there for a Name Your Price, you know, on Bandcamp, which is fantastic. And if you can, I would advise to, you know, sling them a couple of quid. You know what I mean? It's just that I know, like, you know, like when you're supporting bands and stuff, I know we don't always have enough money to buy stuff, and you know, it's a really difficult thing. But I paid a few quid for that record, just because it's helping a band out, and I think that's important. I think, you know, we all want to kind of feel valued, and just kind of writing music and enjoying what you do is value enough. But when someone, I certainly get that feeling when someone buys one of my records. I think, you know, that's really cool. You didn't have to buy that. You could have went to could have went to, like, you know, Starbucks and bought yourself a latte instead. You know what I mean? So, so yeah. Anyway, I'm going to move on now. Sorry for kind of dragging it down a little bit. I just want to play another band called Jungfrau, and they're a Brighton band, and they are just an absolute phenomenal psych band, which is really doing something a bit different. You know, I really enjoy what they do, and I played a few shows with these guys, and they're really cool guys as well. And I really love Hannah's vocal style on this band, because they just, it's, to me, it's just something different, you know, and it's a really good psych band. I mean, the description on Bandcamp is haunting psych. This Brighton 5-piece use intuitive beats and hypnotic bass lines to weave rich texture of sonic guitar licks around a web of soaring, swooning vocals, painting a dark oral dreamscape, which is really, really accurate, I think. Really, really great description of this band. And most notably on this, the thing that really attracts me is the artwork on here. It's just really, really weird, visually disturbing artwork at the top. It was really great. I really love it. I can't recommend it enough. This album will set you back a $5, you know. So you know, you can't argue with that, really. So please check it out. And this song I'm going to play is one of my favourites on the record. It's called Red Wine Headslammer, and it does exactly that, I think, really. So here we go. That was Jungfrau with Red Wine Headslammer. Really cracking track that. Really can't recommend these guys enough. Go check them out. So I've come to the part of the show that I'm going to play something that I've not heard before, that I've actually been recommended as well. So I'm just going to do this as a thing. So I've got no idea what it's going to be like, and I guess I can record my reaction to it at the end, I guess, you know, and see what I think, and hopefully I'm sure this will be fantastic, and I've got absolutely no doubt in my mind that it will be. Now it's from a band called Pigs. Six pigs. So yeah, six pigs. But pigs. Which, you know, if someone comes at me with a band name like that, then, you know, I'm definitely going to be interested, aren't I? Let's face it, you know, I'm not going to be not. I'm not going to not like it, you know. So I just yeah, I mean, these guys are. It looks like they're from Newcastle. It comes very, very, very well recommended by Wayne Adams from Bear Bites Horse Studios. Sorry, Wayne. So I trust his judgment on it. So let's give it a wee bash. That was Pigs. Sweet Relief. Sorry, I'll say that again. We're using proper words. Sweet Relief. There we go. Use the English that you learned or tried to learn. So that's from their new record, Feed the Rats, which came out on the 20th of January, which has obviously passed me by a lot. Really kind of sleazy rock and roll element in that. Really enjoyed that, actually. That was good. So cheers for that, Wayne. That's a good recommendation there. So yeah, check those guys out. They're on Bandcamp. Just hit them up with dig their music. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I've come to the end once again, ladies and gentlemen. I want to play a band that I discovered pretty much mid 2016. A band from France called As We Draw. Now, you might recognise the Throat Ruiner record label from there, and I'll put the link in the description for this, but you can actually go over to and download a lot of their back catalogue for nothing. So you get so many great bands like Love Sex Machine, Calvaire, really kick-ass bands, Birds in Row as well, which a lot of the guys are thinking As We Draw are also playing Birds in Row as well, which is another band that are just absolutely fantastic, that you should check out. But I'm going to play a song called Shipwreck. Now this song is, I describe this song as facing some sort of storm, some sort of like walking headfirst into a snowstorm or something like that. It's intelligent, what I like to call intelligent hardcore, and it's really, really great. Very underrated band, which is the whole absolute point of this podcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for sticking with me this long, and please like, subscribe, and share this if you possibly can. The feedback I've got from a lot of you guys listening has just been absolutely fantastic, and I'm planning on some bigger things with this podcast as well, and maybe getting some guests on, and maybe getting some bands on to talk about their records, and because I don't want it just to be the stuff that I think is completely underrated. I want other people to join in the conversation. I mean, just from putting up one episode, I've been given access to loads of bands that I probably wouldn't have checked out otherwise, and I think that's fantastic. So if you got any bands you want me to check out, if you get any, even if it's your band or that'd be cool, just hit me up with it, please do, because as I always say, music is important. It's possibly the most important thing at the moment, and especially in these uncertain times that we live in, that I think every day that I find myself drawn more and more to art, and I think it's very, very important, and it keeps us sane, and it keeps us with something in common. And I think that's good music. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. And we'll see you again in the next one. Thank you so much. Now, here we go. Here's As We Draw, off their album Mirages. And this is Shipwreck.
nothing.